Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben, and this is my take on Tottenham. And full-time result somehow: Leicester 2, Tottenham 4. Very, very strange game. Very much an end of the season type game, and it was just a weird day with all the permutations that could have happened from different games today. Obviously, Leicester involved in their top four battle with Chelsea and Liverpool. Spurs, if you want to call it a battle for Europe, so to speak. They're in the Europa Conference League, if they finish seventh. But it was just a weird day. It was definitely end of season vibes. High scoring games across the board from everyone. I think Man City won 5-0. Obviously, this game had 6 goals. It was one of those weird games. But let's get into it. So, first half, I thought we started off okay. It was not. I don't think we sort of really dominated or anything, but I thought it was an okay start. Again, it was quite a sort of a scrappy sort of game. I think Leicester did start off better. But it was an okay start, and then the penalty decision happened after about 15 minutes. VAR involved. I think it was correct. I think if VAR hadn't been around, then I don't think it would have been noticed. It was a bit of a weird one, but obviously now with VAR, it will see everything, and I think while I think it was harsh in the way that I think Vardy sort of hung his leg out a bit, it was correct. It was contact in the area. It was enough for Vardy to go down, and it was what it was. So Leicester went 1-0 up, and then somehow Spurs pulled level again. It was Connor against the run of play a bit. It was a brilliant finish by Kane. The ball sort of just teed up to him. It sort of dropped down. Of course, what's he going to do? He's in the area. He volleyed it in. Standard by Kane. Got the 1 goal today, but did manage to get the golden boot in the end. But we'll talk about that later. So that was really good. And then second half came out, conceded a penalty. It was kind of mirrored in the first half, really. Davinson Sanchez. I think the first penalty was Alderweireld. Second one, Sanchez had a poor game today, but we'll get into that as well. Again, I need to say, while the decision was probably correct, again, I did feel it was harsh. I felt like Vardy went down sort of quite easily in regards to because it was just they were both sort of connected at the arm. It looked quite romantic in a way, but it was just one of those that it to me it seemed a harsh decision. But I can also see why they gave it as well. But for me as well, I have to look at it in the sense of the defending was terrible to be in that situation. With Sanchez, surely there is a better way to deal with that situation instead of doing that with the striker, because they are going to just go down. So again, harsh but correct decision. Just really for a long period of the game, it sort of stayed at 2-1, and I just felt like we were just poor across the parts. Bergwijn was having a poor game. Dele was having a poor game. Even Kane was quiet in parts. Sonny, another quiet game, really. A better game than he's had recently. Still quiet in regards for Sonny. I thought in particular, Winks and Højbjerg, again, really bad. We've seen it. We even saw it under Jose. The Winks Højbjerg midfield partnership in front of the defence. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's not good. We've known this for a long point. Long periods of this season. We knew it didn't work, and for what I like with Ryan Mason, and I do like him, I think he is very professional at the age of 29, the youngest Premier League manager. I think he's covered himself in a lot of glory in regards to his press conferences and how he carries himself. In terms of his managerial style, in terms of squad selections and substitutes, I still think they're out for judgment. I think that he hasn't had the experience, and that's completely fair. That's a fair comment. He's not. This is his first job. He's an interim manager at Tottenham Hotspur. He's inexperienced. We all know this. He'll admit it himself. I don't mean that to come across in a harsh way, but his team selections and his substitutions have been questionable at times. And I think the team selection, having Dyer in so regularly is... Well, I can see where he's trying to go with the consistency, because the defence has had no consistency this season. I don't know how Dyer has warranted that starting place. I think he's been a very lucky individual to be getting into the starting lineup as he has under Ryan Mason. But what I do sort of think is that these players haven't warranted a starting spot. Players like Dyer. Winks, another one. I don't see how he's got into the team, because I don't see any reciprocation of anything on the pitch on match days. I don't see outstanding performances. I don't see performances where I go, Winks was man of the match. He just kind of melts into the background, doesn't offer that much, and I felt very much so with that today. Winks had a poor game. There was an instance, I can't remember, it was 2-2, 2-1 down. I think it was 2-1 down. Leicester were going for a third, and Winks gave the ball away. He went for the pass. I don't actually know what he was trying to do. The ball fell to Winks. It was one of those 50-50s where I was running, and he just he was obviously going to get to the ball first, and instead he just booted the ball to nobody. There was no one where he was aiming for that ball to go. He booted the ball there. It went to a Leicester player inevitably, who then started, I think it was Iheanacho, they started absolutely charging forward, and Winks just absolutely went off the ball, went on and took Iheanacho out and got a yellow card for it. There was no intention to get the ball in the tackle. He wasn't even looking at it. He knew what he was doing. He knew what card he was going to be getting. But that summed it up. He created that situation himself, nobody else. It was a poor pass from Winks, and then he created that problem and then got himself carded, and nearly, had he not probably put the challenge in, maybe cost us the goal. So it's things like that really stick in the memory, and it's not good. I thought Højbjerg, while not as bad as Winks today, I just think the guy's tired. He's played every Premier League game this season. He's going to be sleeping a lot in pre-season, I imagine. But I think as a partnership, they don't work, and I think we can probably safely say that unfortunately, it's just not worked out for Harry Winks, and he's probably going to move abroad, or maybe another Premier League team or a Championship team will take him. I personally can see him moving abroad myself, but we'll see what happens in the summer. I felt like we need Ndombele. I don't know why he wasn't in the squad today. He wasn't in the squad at all. Again, another Ryan Mason decision. He's not been in the games, and today wasn't even in the matchday squad. I don't know if that was down to injury. I'm not sure. Please correct me if you know this, but I don't know. I don't know what's gone on there. We got our equaliser through some sheer confusion. We had a corner, got whipped in, and it looked like Davinson Sanchez had got the head on it, but in reality, Schmeichel went to punch it, and it kind of just hit his arm and went into the net. So we had our own goal last week. Now we've got another own goal, but in our favour this week. And then from then on, from when we went 2-2, Spurs started finishing the game a lot stronger. They really picked it up. They started hitting Leicester on the counter-attack. Started actually looking like they had something to play for, which was quite weird. I'm not seeing that much this season. And we generally finished a lot stronger. I've really felt like as soon as that second goal went in, Leicester really dropped off the game. Really, they stopped chasing. They, not really doing what they were doing in the first hour of the game. And then we got our third goal, which it was a brilliant counter attack. Just in general, it was a really good fluid Spurs movement. One that us fans really feel like we need to see more of this season. We haven't seen enough of it. Maybe first half, granted, of the season, but the last sort of 6 months or so have been terrible in regards to that sort of football. We have not seen enough of it, and it was actually quite good to see, Bale, Kane, Sonny really linking up, and obviously Bale getting a really good finish, and then the fourth goal went in. Like I said, I feel like once the third one went in, it was kind of mission impossible then for Leicester. Good for them for trying. They were sticking Schmeichel up on corners still with not even added time added on yet, but we hit him on the counter attack again, and Bale just showing what he can do, and it was really brilliant. And even gave himself an assist with a little 1-2 off the post, which was quite cool. But yeah, it was kind of game over at that point. So a 4-2 win. I did not think that was going to be happening at the start of the day. I generally thought, with Leicester going for their Champions League spot, they're going to be on it. Obviously, a very, very good team. I think anyone can ignore that. They are a really good team. And I'm in terms of a neutral perspective, I'm gutted they missed out on Champions League, because I would rather see, obviously, them finish over a Liverpool or a Chelsea in the top four. But it is just the way it has happened, and it's unfortunate. But I think they've got a bright future for sure. They had a great FA Cup win, and I think they're a really good club, and I think everyone liked seeing them win the FA Cup. Maybe not Chelsea fans, but it's just a shame how it happened. But it is what it is, I'm afraid. Where does it leave Spurs? So Spurs finished 7th. Nearly were actually overtaken by Arsenal very late. I think while we were drawing, we would have been overtaken. Spurs then obviously went on to win, and Arsenal didn't overtake us. So that happened. Where does it leave them? It leaves Spurs finished 7th in the table. Now, granted, in regards to the bigger picture, it's been a terrible season. But I think seeing how things have gone, it's up for debate what your views on the Europa Conference League are. I personally don't like it. I would have either Spurs finished in a Europa League spot or just out of Europe. I'm not a fan of this Europa Conference League. I don't really understand it personally. I'm going to have to look into what the what it stands for. What do you get if you win here? What is the tournament? What team's going to be in the tournament? I have no idea. I've not seen a lot of praise towards it either, so we'll see how it goes. But as of right now, that's all I can say. So this that's kind of it, really. Spurs pulled out an unlikely win. I didn't know who to give the man of the match to, because I wasn't sure. I'm probably just going to give it to Bale, because I thought we actually did a lot better when he came on. I think that's really bad to say when a substitute has come on really late to give them the man of the match, but I thought Bale really sort of changed the game when he came on. So what my plan is in regards to my YouTube channel and stuff, I'm not going anywhere, don't worry about that. Maybe you want that, I don't know. But what my plan is that I'm going to do this video as just a normal match reaction, even though it is the last one of the season. And then what I'm planning is doing a separate season review type video, just reviewing our season as a whole, from start to finish. It's not going to be a long video, like normal videos between 10 and 20 minutes. And then sort of, being all, I don't know, sort of going through the ups and downs of the season and things, and getting, going through this season as a whole, because it's been a mad season. It has been mental this season when you think about it. 2 managers, kind of, if you count Mason. We had the Super League stuff, that was hectic, that was mental. Jose Mourinho as a manager, having him at the club has been an incredibly weird experience as well. Both highs and lows, and I'll talk about them. But yeah, I think I'll save all that for a separate video. I don't really want to go into it too much in this video, because this is just for the Leicester match. And I'll probably say the same things in that video as well, as what I'm about to say. But I just want to say thank you to everyone for watching me this season. I can't believe it's already gone in a way. It feels like it's gone really fast, but I generally have really enjoyed doing videos and stuff this season, and doing this whole fan channel thing. It's been really fun doing it. I've had some videos that have got like 4 views. I've had videos that have got like 300 views. Like I said, I've got my Leeds video, which is nearly at 2,000 views, which is incredible. I never would have thought that would have happened. And it's really cool to sort of engage with other teams' supporters as well, which is really cool. Not a football fan channel that really goes out to cause any controversy or anything like that. I'm not going to be coming out here calling out opposition fans for being whatever and everything like that. I just think it's cool to just be able to enjoy football and enjoy the highs and the lows. And, I use this as a platform to rant about stuff, when it rightfully needs ranting about. I use my voice on YouTube to talk about how bad the Super League was. And I'm so glad that so many people did. And I just sort of think that it's been a really good platform for me to talk about my club. And yeah, it's been an interesting experience. And I'm definitely going to be looking forward to getting going again next season for sure. It'll be an interesting season. But I'm also looking forward to sort of changing things up. One thing I really want to do is change all this behind me. Not necessarily what's behind me. I might just change areas where I shoot and maybe put up some of my Spurs memorabilia, sort of like shirts or scarves or something, just so it looks a bit more what I'm here for is Tottenham. So I'm going to be looking into that while the season's gone and stuff, so we can maybe come back and start like that for next season and have like a proper recording area apart from me just sitting on my sofa at home. So that'll be really cool. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I think during the summer it's going to be, obviously we've got the Euros, so we're going to be talking about the Euros a lot, probably doing some England match reaction reviews, whatever, and transfer news as well. Transfer window's open, obviously it's going to be very important summer with Spurs, Harry Kane, other players, Gareth Bale, and of course the new manager who is yet to be announced. So there's still a lot of content. Just because the season's closed does not mean that there's going to be just zero content now until August 14th or 16th, whatever it is. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But as for the season as a whole, we draw the curtain today. Like I said, Spurs finished 7th in the Premier League. It's not been a good season. I think everyone would be disappointed and probably should be disappointed about the way this season's panned out. And I think a lot of people need to look at themselves, look at where they are in their careers, and I think we need a bit of a clear out in the squad. I think there's a lot of players that I've said previously too comfortable in the squad and need to be moved on. I think we need a good clear out, and that hopefully will start when we get the new manager. So I will see you guys in the next video. Keep an eye out for it. It might not be immediately. It might be maybe like Thursday or Friday or even Saturday or something. It will definitely be next week for sure. It might even be tomorrow, who knows. But it'll be this week coming up for sure. Definitely, I want to get on doing that. So keep an eye out for that. But as of right now, thank you so much for any support you've shown me or watching my videos or anything this season. It's been a blast. And next season also, I want to do maybe some form of streaming. Now, I can't do streaming on this channel until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So obviously, if you're watching this, please feel free to subscribe and help me get closer to that. I'm a little bit off at the minute with 37 subscribers. But yeah, the more the merrier. It all helps. And I'd love to stream on YouTube. What I might do is look into maybe doing live match day reaction type streaming on Twitch. Maybe it might be something I might look into. So, but apart from that, we will end it there. So there is no game next week, so I won't say that. So I will see you guys in the next video, which will be the season review. And as always, come on, you Spurs.